Hey guys, Aubrey here, and today I'm going to be interviewing an actual trash can I went to high school with. So this is my friend MJ, and we're super similar, we get along really well. We both love debating politics, we both love theater, we both love film, but one thing that always used to just cause this collision between us was the topic of feminism. Tell everyone why you were a feminist.
I used to be a big fan of this site called BuzzFeed, and if you know anything about BuzzFeed, it's
death.
When you're really only getting your only news from feminism.com, basically, you kind of become a feminist, and it's really hard because every single day you have feminism is about equality shoved down your throat, and the wage gap shoved down your throat. I didn't even have a job, but I was so oppressed by that wage gap, I tell you what. When I went to church a lot of times at the youth group events, they'd say, you know, girls, you have to wear a one piece and you can't show your stomachs, and that really pissed me off, and that's still, honestly, it still kind of pisses me off because I don't think a stomach should be sexual, but I
disagree with that, but yeah, that's okay.
That was a big, thing for me, why I was like, oh my gosh, we need feminism, because I don't want to go out and buy a new swimsuit. It's like,
could have just worn a t-shirt.
10th grade me, flaming feminist Morgan, 15-year-old, that was my motivating feminism point, and that just, yeah, I kind of blew it out of proportion from there.
We got in so many fights about it. You actually got, like, really mad at me one time. I remember that.
To me, feminism, it was just about equality, and it wasn't about tearing down men. It was just about raising women up to be equal to men, and that's originally what it's supposed to be, but unfortunately it's not. So a lot of people that call themselves feminists,
women are equal to men, so if you keep raising women, you're just putting them.
Well, I mean, in some ways they're not, but in other ways men are not anywhere equal to women. You can just keep spewing the definition of feminism, but just because you say something a bunch of times does not mean that's what it is. The People's Democratic Republic of North Korea. I can keep saying that, but that doesn't mean it's democratic, right?
Right. What made you stop being a cancerous waste of space on the earth?
How kind.
I'm just kidding.
You're gonna get mad.
I know, okay, I'm just kidding. What made
Because we're part of the patriarchy, because we're not feminists, which is actually really funny, because it's like, feminism, empowering women, let women speak their minds, but if you're not a feminist, dear God.
So what made you stop being a feminist?
I was on BuzzFeed one day. I came across an article, and it was about the horrors of how women are treated in the Middle East. And in the comments, everyone is like, that is so horrible. How could they? But then I saw some feminists almost defending the women for their freedom of religion, and I get that, and I'm not turning this into a Islam debate, but it kind of sparks something in the back of my mind. I'm like, if feminism isn't supposed to be, you know, leaning one way or another, just kind of encompassing of equality with women in general, why are feminists such a big defender of Islam? They turn around and they're over here and they're like hardcore bashing on Christians for choosing to wear longer shorts. Hold up, so wait, why are you bashing people of this faith, but not the people of this faith? Like, why are you... I don't get it. So then I went to the good old Google, and I started to look at the other side, and this sounds a little
You actually looked at the other side.
I realized that things like third wave feminism, all these groups that are meant to, like, bring about social justice, Black Lives Matter, all that stuff, all they're doing is dividing. Have you ever seen such a divide between males and females? You got the feminists, you got the meninists, you know, you see on Twitter. And it's such a horrible, twisted, very sly, I believe, liberal, you know, kind of group that is trying to get the votes from women by saying, you're oppressed, vote for the Democratic Party. Do you want to know something great? The glass ceiling doesn't exist. even though that seems a bit redundant because I'm sitting on the floor.
I remember one time sitting in class with you, and you saw some article on the internet that made you mad, and you just go, see, this is why we need feminism, and you took a picture of it, and you, like, texted it to your dad, and you were like, I keep trying to tell him, but he doesn't listen to me, and
It's
I just
because
walked
he's
away.
part of the patriarchy.
Did you actually believe in the patriarchy?
Patriarchy is real! It's oppressing you! The 3 main types of female cancer are breast cancer, ovarian cancer, and feminism. It's a mean joke. I feel bad, but it's true. Facts don't care about your feelings, Ben Shapiro.
We're seeing Ben Shapiro in a couple hours.
I'm so excited. Feminism says that women are strong, independent people, basically, like, they don't need no man, they don't need any approval, man, snap, snap, snap. But if you're so strong and independent, why do you need a movement based on so much shaming, so many false things like the wage gap, so many issues that are just weird, like leg hair? Feminists say they don't need approval from men, right? Yes, right?
Right.
Anyway, but then they're over here and they're like, stop the stigma on body hair. It's like, okay, and that's targeted towards men. So
yeah, if you don't care about their opinion, then why do you care about their opinion?
Yes, it's my brother. Organs of feminist.
So what would be your message to young feminists today? I know we've been joking, like, oh, feminism is cancer, but, I mean, in reality, just heart to heart to young feminists who are like you, what is your message to them?
It's definitely hard because you see so many people making fun of feminism, and I was there, I was you. I know feminism is about equality. We're not man-haters. Those man-haters, they don't speak for us. We're giving a different message. Those are the radicals, you know? Well, I can't convince you that feminism is not a good thing, and I know we didn't really touch on why it's not in this video too much, just kind of how I stopped being a feminist. But there's so many resources out there that if you took the time to look it up,
I'll link some things in the description
already
box.
Like, it's very hard to listen to the truth when you're so enveloped in that. Everyone wants to be oppressed and blame their failures on something else than themselves. But once you get over that, you start to see the other side. If you don't get a job, it's probably not because you're a woman. It's probably because you're less qualified. And, you know, I could get into so many of those statistics things, but I just encourage you to, when people say they're not feminists, because I was very mad at any girl that said they weren't a feminist because
she was mad at me.
You don't understand what feminism means. It's just about equality. Don't you want equality? How could you do this? But when a girl says they're not a feminist because they actually took to the time to learn about it, you should respect, as a feminist, their opinion because they're also another woman. A lot of people that are strong anti-feminists, if you look, are previous feminists. Nobody is looking at a slut walk with a blue-haired, hairy person and saying, you know what? I want to join that movement. That's an empowering movement. Because I think the one thing more empowering than walking around New York without your top on is going, hey, I'm not a victim. I'm not going to act like one. I'm going to work my butt off. I'm going to stop blaming other people, and I'm going to be successful. And look, now I'm a woman CEO.